Absolutely, and you've mentioned models a little bit, and this was also a big request of my my ex in talking about social media. I won't lean on them too much, but I thought it was really, and as we're seeing in the room, you've got a huge group of power users, and so lots of people wondering about your next models.
Yes.
OpenAI has obviously gone with these new reasoning models, O1, O3. What's your plans there?
Yeah. So. We are, I think, in the not too distant future, going to release some very good models. I won't specifically say names. To say a little about the reasoning models, our perspective actually is a little different, which is that there's been this whole thing of like reasoning models and test time compute, as if there's the normal models and the reasoning models. There's somehow a totally different way of doing things. That's not our perspective. We see it more as a continuous spectrum, that there's this ability for models to think, to reflect on their own thinking, and at the end to produce a result. If you use Sonnet 3.5 already, sometimes it does that to some extent. But I think the change that we're going to see is that we're going to see a larger scale use of reinforcement learning. And when you train the model with reinforcement learning, it starts to think and reflect more. And so it's not like reasoning or test time compute or the various things that this is called is a totally new method. It's more like an emergent property, a consequence of training the model more in an outcome-based way at a larger scale. And so I think what that's going to lead to, and we still have to see how it works, how it pans out. I think something that more continuously interpolates between them, that more fluidly combines reasoning with all the other things that models do. I think that's what's going to be the most effective thing here. As you've said, we've often focused on make sure using the model is a smooth experience, that people can get the full thing out of it. And I think you may see with reasoning models we will have a similar spin and may do something that's different from what others are doing with reasoning models.
I want to just back up for a second because you just mentioned I should probably so you won't give me a date?
I will not. I will not give you any dates on anything in this.
Will you give any of them a date?
Or any other that I'm doing at this event.
Okay, no date specifically. But we heard in the not so distant future, I think was the quote. So it's, in your mind, is that like 6 months?
Less.
Less? Is that like 3 months? Is it between 3 and 6 months?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
All right, we're good. But if we